opens the door to them. Which of you, if his son asks for bread, ask of me bread, will I give you bread? Bread from heaven. Which of you, if his son asked for bread, will give him a stone? Have I got a stone anywhere? What good's a stone? Is that going to feed you? Might look like bread. That was Yeshua. 40 days, 40 nights. You have the power. You don't have to be starving, Yeshua. Amen. See that there? That looks like bread. Looks as though it's just come out of the oven. Yeah, man, does, yeah. Why not turn it into bread? Yeah, man. Your father knows you're hungry. He's going to do that for you, surely. Go on. Man shall not live on bread alone. If I expire, I will back with my Father. Man shall not live on bread alone. From every utterance from my Father's mouth is what brings life. Excuse me. I might have to stop a minute because I need something to so much as that. Excuse me. So my Father can see the motive of people. Father gives me tremendous power to do whatever. Would I abuse that? Would I do that to my Father? If my Father says, look, let's see, every utterance from my mouth, don't do it. You'll be fed shortly. Get through this trial and prove something to me. Prove what, Father? Exactly what you've just said to him. Well done, sir. Off he goes. If he asks for a fish, will you give him a snake? Father, I'd love a lovely bit of fish. Oh, yeah, man. Fish and chips. All right, and you open it up. Fucking snake. It bites you. And it kills you. The food was so bad, it made us ill. It was like a snake bite. I'm taking it further than anyone else has, because people just think it's a snake. When you give someone food, if you poison your customer, what sort of father or mother are you? That you do that to your children? That you make the meal? You wicked mother, you wicked father. A loving father, a loving mother will give the best of food. Oh, this beauty! I've made you some beautiful bread. Okay. And you break your fucking teeth on it. Mom, I just put my fucking tooth on this. Oh, I'm sorry, son. It was in a bit too long, that's all. I couldn't eat that. Ah, never mind. Well, it's wasted. I've just wasted all electricity and everything. All that. And you're not going to eat it? I says, no. You just might as well have given us a stone to eat. Excuse me. So, if you who are evil excuse me, I'm not well and I'm still doing this. So, if you are evil, you know how to give good gifts to your children. How much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask him? If you say that my Father's brought you badness, illness, or whatever, you are wicked. My Father doesn't do that. Whatever was sent to you was from a different Father, a wicked Father who does not love you. Or a mother. In everything, listen, in everything, do to others as you would have them do to you. Do you want someone to hand you some bread or some food that is like a snake, poison you, might look good, makes you ill? No, a loving father, a loving mother would prepare the food and it would be presented in love and it would be received with great joy and love and appreciation for the beauty of the meal. Do you say thank you? Do you say thank you so much? That was absolutely gorgeous. Or do you just accept me? Yeah, think, oh, yeah. You ungrateful fucker. You ungrateful fucking bastard. When there's so much fucking hard work gone into that. What sort of people are you? Oh, I don't know, Father. Talk about Christians here. Jews. Ordering their women about. Get us this. Well, you get us that now. That wasn't right, this is what he said. How some women put up with men, I do not know. There's a fly there. How did you? I saw that fly coming in. I opened the door and it come in. And I will catch it and I will kill it. The fly shouldn't be in my house. Oh, here we go. A narrow gate. Luke 13:22. Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction. Are you on that Are you on that? And many entered through it. Many, 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 many have entered through it. The gate that leads to destruction. But small is the gate. Small is the gate, and narrow is the way. I will get you. You're annoyance. That fly distracted me. Small is the gate, and narrow is the way that leads to life, and only a few find it. Have you found it yet? Have you knocked? Are you seeking? I'll just see crows right, you can see that. You might see the crows. It's a sign. There you all are. You just come to see us. Hey there. Hello. Hey there. Hello. He's gone. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, it's smooth. Oh, they're all over the foot. Okay. The tree and its fruits. I've talked about many trees. I love nature. I draw illustrations from nature. Because that's why Father give me the ability to go out and look for the signs. He speaks to us all the time. Beware of false prophets. Know these false prophets? They come out with some incredible things. But there's an error which spoils the whole fucking thing. Everything they said might as well not have been said. Because suddenly they're getting you through the narrow gate, and then they close it. Or they direct you to somewhere else. You prophets, you better watch out what comes out of this fucking mouth here. I've just read to you what can happen. Don't think you're so fucking clever. Don't just blurt things out because you're a prophet and you want people to look at you. Say, he's a prophet, he's amazing. You're just a prophet. You're a human being. And if you have my Father's words, you better speak it right. Because the same judgment that you were given out will be returned back to you by my Father. You prophets. I see so many prophets. Great prophets. And then they become hypocrites by what they say. And how can you tell a false prophet? It's very, very hard. Take some of it. Reject the false. Because they will have you believing such things as the rapture. The rapture, the rapture. And they haven't got a clue. They get mixed up between transformation and rapture. Rapture, hypotzo, This is a fucking snatching away, don't you realise? If you want to be fucking raptured out of here, out of this earth, all you who use this word rapture, if you want to be raptured, that's what will happen. You will disappear from this fucking earth. Your temple will die. Boof. And whether you go back to my Father or not, that's up to him. Your spirit will either die or come back to life. Because if your temple dies, your spirit can die. And what have these so-called teachers and prophets say that the spirit cannot die. My Father is the Spirit, holds all spirits, and he decides to switch off anyone's spirit, he will. And you'll never come back ever again. You'll never open your eyes, whether in the spirit or in the flesh. You better be careful. Because Gehenna is not a place that you can exist in. And neither is Hades, and neither is Sheol. They are a condition of non-existence. If you go to Hades or hell or Sheol, same thing. That is a place where you can get released from, so the Father can bring you back, whether it's in the spirit body or whether it's in a fleshly body. Do not be conned by these prophets. Your spirit can die. After the 1,000 years, Satan and all his hordes will be let loose. And that spirit will come into mankind again. After the 1,000 years. But after the 1,000 years has ended, their spirits will never exist again. If their spirit has lingered and come into someone else, unless their spirit is removed with a new spirit, my Father's spirit, then you too will disappear. Even if you've gone through the whole 1,000 years and you get to the end of the 1,000 years and that devil's spirit comes in, that's the last time this will ever happen. This is all the time. If you don't know these things, then I'm opening the door for you. You've knocked, you've come into this household, and now you can either listen to us or you can reject us. I'm not bothered what you do. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of the heavens, but only he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Listen, beware of false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. By their fruit you will recognise them. Their fruit, I've talked about fruit in the last video, are grapes gathered from thorn bushes. Grape season. All those thorn bushes, look at them all. There's loads where are they? I can't get one grape off them. Can't. Beware of false prophets, they come in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. By their fruit you will recognise them. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Likewise, Every good tree bears good fruit, whether it's an apple tree or whatever it is. Likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. It can't produce good fruit, even if you clean the fruit, if you do whatever you want. It's in the genetics. It's a bad fruit tree. Every good tree can bear. You see, this is all to do with agriculture. Yeshua has drawn an illustration to open the door to your understanding of you as a tree. You are the tree. The human is the tree. Try to explain to people. People are representative of trees. The blind man. You got clay. Man, wash your hands, wash your eyes. What do you see? I see trees. It's still blurry. I see trees. I see trees. I see people. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. So then, by their fruit, you will recognize them. What fruit do you see in me? If it's bad fruit, go right now. Please, do not listen anymore. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, hey, Lord, Lord, Lord. Not everyone saying to me, Lord, Lord, will enter into the kingdom of the heavens, but only he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Where is my Father? In heaven. Many will say to me on that day, this is the day. Today is the day. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy? Did we not prophesy in your name? Yes. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? And in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles. Yes. For a time. Perhaps it was a time when you were clean. But what happened? Another father came in. A spirit father. Not my father. Another father. That's why Yeshua said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? Yeah. And in your name, drive out demons and perform many miracles. Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. Workers of lawlessness. What is lawlessness? It is going against the truth. The truth. Therefore, everyone who hears the words of mine and acts on them is like a wise man. Is like a wise man. I wondered why my father called me Joseph Wiseman. Joseph Graham Wiseman. Joseph Graham Wiseman. I had no control of that. Someone once said to me, "Your name's Wiseman. Is that a real name? Or is it just a pseudonym?" No, it's my name. I'm not hiding anything. There are those who would hide who they are. Come on my side with a different name. Come to me, truthfully, with your name. Then I will open the door. Don't come stealthily and hide. Yes, I do comment. And I will remove my comment straight away. Why? Why? Think about it. You know why. For everyone who hears the words of mine and does not act on them, it's like a foolish man. Yeah? So, therefore everyone who hears the words of mine and acts on them is like a wise man who builds his house on the rock. Now there are people who build. When you were, I actually once built quite a large building next to, well, it was next to the sea, and the sand was right up. We could put a foundation only on top of the sand, because the sand stretched for miles and miles and miles inland. And there was lots of houses, lots of buildings built on sand. If ever there's a tremendous amount of water in that land where I was working, big buildings, they will be, well, listen. I'm a builder. Listen carefully. Therefore, everyone who hears the words of mine and acts on them is like a wise man who builds his house on the rock. The rain fell, the torrents raged, and the winds blew, beat against the house. Yet it did not fall because its foundation was on the rock. But everyone who hears the words of mine and does not act on them is like a foolish man who builds his house on sand. The rain fell, torrents raged, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell. And great was its collapse. Great was its collapse. This is coming. Worldwide. Spiritually speaking. There is a bank that you can hold something in. A heavenly one. My Father's bank. Have you stored up treasures in my Father's bank? It can never be stolen. It belongs to my Father. Have you stored up treasures in heaven? Well, I have. But look at me. I'm poverty stricken. I have not much. You have everything. Have you got food today? Have a good shot.